live my life, I know what I would change. All the times I made you cry, all my faults that caused you pain. I know I'm sorry, it's not big enough to tell you how wrong I've been, but I don't know where to start to live my life without you. You're the one that I love, and I can't go on without you.
Hey, Sal, we're back here filming
That's right.
about a holiday time.
That's right. Christmas is coming. This episode is brought to you by your sister's ass. Just to give you a heads up.
What did the sister have to do with you?
I don't know, but there's always a sister that gets involved. But anyway, sabihin no Babo Natale. The holidays are here. Growing up with the holidays for me, it's like something you mentioned last week. The tables, are getting smaller and smaller. I remember Christmas, excuse me, was big for me when I still lived in Sicily. Because my mother had 4 sisters, 3 brothers. My father had a big family. So from when I was born to about 4 years old, I still have some memory of Christmas.
Right.
The big Christmas that we used to have, because my whole family's basically out there, and it was great. But it was just an amazing time. The food, traditions we had, and now I'm just starting, for myself at least. I'm trying to start my own tradition now with my own kids, and that's what it's about. And starting this new life that I have now with my kids. That's one thing that I'm starting to do, and I'm really looking forward to. Like, I have Christmas Eve this year with my kids alone for the first time ever, and I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to make it as special as I can.
That's awesome.
For them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
That's a beautiful thing, Sal. I mean, family is always first, right? Family is what the meaning of holidays to me are.
Right.
And especially our kids is what they look forward to, is these holidays, right? But I always want to ask somebody a question that I don't know who knows the answer, but is it Babbo Natale? Or
I always thought it was Babbo Natale.
like why is he Babbo?
Babbo is another name in Italian language as for father.
You can get Babbo.
But believe it or not, I think it's like a northern Italy thing, but they call father like Babbo. If you ever watched the original Pinocchio movie, did you ever watch the original Pinocchio movie?
The black and white one?
Not the black and white.
Or Roberto Benigni one?
Not Roberto Benigni. There's an original one.
No, probably not.
Italian one. It's amazing. I used to watch it all the time as a kid, and I forget who the main actors were. But he called Geppetto Babbo.
Yeah.
Because that was his dad. But you have to watch it with your kids. It's one of the most iconic Italian Pinocchios that were ever made.
I was never into that. Those old holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving songs. Like, I was never into. I couldn't get into it, but I do have a tradition where it's mostly on Thanksgiving, but once in a while they air it on Christmas. Is March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yeah,
those guys to me are the craziest.
Yes, Christmas has been tough. The holidays have been tough for me ever since I lost my mother and my sister. As a kid, I remember one time I had to be about 7 years old, and I was sitting in the kitchen table, and I saw my sister in the corner of my eye sneak to put a gift under the tree to make me think that it was Santa Claus. And all of a sudden, I turn around, I see this gift underneath the tree. But I remember as a kid, I played it off like I didn't see her do it. And I think about that time, and I think about the things that my mother and my sister did, because my sister was, older than me. She was like 3-4 years older than me. So she was very mature for her age, very mature. So, there's a lot that when the holiday, excuse me, when the holidays come around, and it's tough. It's tough. If it wasn't for my kids, that's what makes me keep going. are my children. So
Well, I could relate and not relate, to what you've been through, but it's tough. It's tough when you lose family. It's tough growing up with that missing puzzle. But I could tell you it makes us stronger and it
absolutely.
makes us educated kids stronger. I hate myself a lot. And I'm not going to lie because it's hard. And all you want to do now is be the best for your children.
Absolutely. I am the person I am today, right now, sitting here with you because of what I've been through in the past few years. It's something that what you go through in life that is really hard. It really does something to you. It makes you grow in a way that you never even realized you had to grow up, and it makes you become this person that I'm ready for everything now. Like what I went through, there's nothing that could tear my wall down anymore. So it's just like one of those things. It's like I'm ready to take on anything that I can.
That's very inspiring words right there. That's
Yeah. You know, I did a podcast 3 years ago with Judy Torres, and she said something to me because Judy Torres also does life coaching. She said something to me on that podcast. Now, 3 years ago, when I did this podcast with her, I was at my lowest. I was a mess. Just going through a divorce, losing my sister, and I was just a mess. She said something to me because I told her what I was trying to achieve with these skits that I make, with this will it lead to stand up? I don't know. Is it something that I'll try one day? Absolutely. But she did say one day, when you're in your deathbed, you don't want to lay in your deathbed regretting what you didn't do. You want to lay in that deathbed, be content for everything that you did. And that sat with me when she said that, and I still, till this day, I still think about exactly what she said.
words of wisdom.
Yep, absolutely.
I got a question for you for Christmas. I want to bring in the food because that's what I'm good at. Mangiare. Did your family do the whole, the lasagna or pasta forno, I should say, and then the 7 courses and the fish and the whole?
Yeah, my God, my mom used to make the best pasta forno. I would always look forward to that. The 7 fishes, we did do that. The whole 9 yards. Then my in-laws, they did that. They were huge with that, and yeah, that's the tradition. That's something that we're trying to do this year with my brother and my brother-in-law. We're gonna somehow finagle it, and we're gonna try the fishes, and we're gonna try to keep it because it's the first time we're getting together in a few years. So we're excited about that, and but yeah, we're definitely in the tradition. That's what it is. When it comes, like, Christmas Eve is the big day for us, big night for us. Christmas Day, we don't give a shit.
I was gonna say Christmas Eve is the big night.
Yeah, big Christmas Eve is the big night. We go all out. We stay up late. The kids in the morning, they do what they have to do with their presents. But it was
For me, Christmas Eve was the Christmas.
absolutely
We opened them at midnight. Did you guys wait till the next day?
no. We opened at midnight.
Yeah, we waited
I
till
mean,
midnight.
Christmas morning, the presents from Santa, we opened up Christmas morning. But when we had people over, we were at people's houses on Christmas Eve. We opened up whatever those gifts from Christmas Eve. So you with your kids, you open them up on Christmas Eve?
No, for me, growing up.
Yeah. Right,
Everything was
right.
midnight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Santa brought everything while you were in dinner.
You're right. Now I think about that now. I don't think I ever opened up as a kid gifts on Christmas morning.
No.
It was always Christmas Eve at midnight.
With my kids now, it's a whole separate thing where
Yeah.
when they go to bed, we bring out all the other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what age did you realize that Babbo Natale wasn't true? Because I don't even remember. I don't remember believing it. I don't remember when I stopped believing it.
I think it happened on that day I told you I saw my sister hide the present under the tree.
How old were you?
I was probably like 7. I knew young, but I just didn't. I was always like, it was always on my mind, but my mother told me at like 6, 7 years old. I was like, "Oh, che cazzo dici? Babbo Natale ancora pensi?" You know what I mean? So it's just how it was. I grew up so old school and, you know what I mean,
Yeah, so-
rugged, and it's just like It's not like it is today. Now our kids today have to stop believing in Santa, and then they got to realize that the fucking elf is not real.
What the hell's an elf?
So now we got to start with the elf. We got to realize, all right, we got to move this guy every night. And some of these parents, they do it like
They go nuts.
they go nuts. They make these videos of footprints, and I'm like, your kid is gonna be devastated when they find out this elf isn't real. Slow it down.
It's gonna be heartbroken in 6th grade.
Jesus, they're going nuts. They're making videos of these animated videos of these elves moving. One elf made this one woman put freaking sugar on her table, and she made the elf do like
Snow angel?
Snow angel. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Well, the other day we saw something. An elf peed in shot glasses. It looked like, but it's apple juice. And we leave a note. Guess which one is pee?
Yes, my daughter told me that. Actually, I guess Maria told her.
So I was funny because my girls saw it. They had a great time. They did it, and they were tasting it. And I look at my daughter, I'm like, but what if it was really pee? Oh, the elf wouldn't do that. The elf wouldn't do that.
Oh man,
But I didn't have that. Back then, we had Padre Pio on the shelf. We didn't have,
exactly.
right?
When did this elf? I wonder when did this elf start?
Genius. Whoever created that was a genius. They probably made millions.
My God,
We got to come up with something like that.
I know. So another topic that I want to touch on is this whole Pandoro Panettone fiasco. Listen,
Oh my God.
I don't care what it says on the box. Growing up as a kid, it was always panettone. You want to write Pandoro, you want to write cheesecake, you want to write friggin', I don't know, sugar plum. It's
Pane de
going to be panettone. That's it. I don't care what it says on the box. As a kid, that's what we always called it. I guess it's a Sicilian thing. It's a Southern thing. But, you know.
What upset me about that was that video my brother did. A lady reached out to us and she wanted to collaborate. And I kind of saw the video before she did it.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the words. I didn't appreciate it. I was offended by that. Because she used these Sicilian Southern Americans don't know any better.
Right.
But
I
I told
commented.
my brother, let it go. I wanted to collaborate with me because you saw the clash.
Yeah.
Because that's disrespectful, right? And you know how they say Italian Sicilians always separate themselves? It's always the Sicilians
Yeah.
that push the. No, we're not.
Exactly.
Right? No,
It's
we're
the
not.
Northerners. Are you kidding me?
But if you look in the box, all the way in the bottom of the box, it's
In the
made
box.
by Panettone.
Look at the box, all right?
Mangiadillo.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but the whole Panettone thing is just so.
I still haven't bought panettone yet. It's my favorite thing to have in the morning
I got
with
84
coffee.
pounds, right?
Jesus, I don't know what I'm waiting for to buy a box.
So my wife wakes up one morning and takes the leftover Panadoro, and she cuts him up and she makes him into French toast. Never had it before. The most delicious
Yeah.
thing I've ever had. My sugar must have been 550.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I've had that as French toast once. It was great. I think my father-in-law did that once. It was amazing.
yeah, so like I was saying, like the whole panettone thing is just either out of control or fucking delicious.
What are your favorite cookies?
Is a rainbow cookie considered a cookie or a cake?
I don't care, but that's my favorite. Whatever it is, that is my favorite.
That's the
Rainbow
best.
cookies have always been my favorite, and they will always be my favorite. And I'm so picky with them.
You
there's-
have a spot?
Yeah, I just my sister-in-law used to make them amazingly, and hers was really good. And yeah, my friend Steve, actually shout out to Speaker Bakery in Long Island in Belmar. They make one of my favorites. They make really good rainbow cookie. I'm sure other places. We got Fortunato Brothers. We have Villabate. I'm sure they all make amazing rainbow cookies. I got to try Fortunato Brothers. I got to reach out. I got to go there. I got to definitely try their stuff. Everything there looks delicious. Everything looks amazing. And I have a bad sweet tooth. It's unreal.
You maintain pretty well for a sweet tooth.
I throw up every night. I go in the bathroom, stick my fingers down my throat, and do what I got to do.
If you had to choose a second biscotto cookie or dessert, what would it be?
Always the most expensive one, like the pinoles.
Pinoles.
Pinoles are really good.
I don't like them. Call me crazy.
Yeah, I love pinoles. But I don't like the ones. They used to make these flat ones with the chocolate in the middle. I forgot what they were called. I wasn't crazy about those.
The one that looks like a chocolate kiss in the middle. That
Yeah,
one?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one. And but yeah, it's just the rainbow cookies.
Is it me today, or when you look at social media, everybody's a baker? Not that it's a bad thing, but how everybody's into like their own ways of styles.
I have to say, when it comes to cooking and baking videos, they all take off though.
It's very relative.
It's like something that people love watching. You know, so I gotta, if you know how to cook and you have a camera, just make a video, show other people how to make it. But for some reason, all those shows take off, and we know someone that started cooking meals in his kitchen, and look what he's doing now. He's blowing up, and you have to give him props.
Yeah.
There's something that I wanted to talk about. I feel like that we don't do enough as social media presence. I feel like there's this is definitely a topic off of what we usually speak about, but I feel like we don't give enough credit to other influence. I can't even fucking talk. Influencers, yes. So I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't want to say competition. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of like, give someone credit when they're due. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes people hold back to give that person credit because they don't want to validate it, or they want to hold back. I feel like all of us as a presence on social media, we do this for fun. I do it for fun. Support one another.
Right.
I just feel like we don't support one another. I try to support everyone. I try to I'll like people's stuff. I'll share their stuff. But I just feel like there's a wall that's being held up, and no one wants to tear that wall down.
I could say it nicely, or I could say it.
Say whichever way, bro.
It's just people put themselves in a cage, and then that causes possible fame, or that causes possible misery,
right?
And then that just makes you defensive in every aspect, which then causes you to be an Italian where they should have to go make on it.
Exactly.
Competing with each other.
Exactly. And especially competing with each other, complaining that this person is copying you when you're doing something that is relatable. It doesn't mean that someone is copying you. When you're raised the same way, when you're raised in the same aspect of life, it doesn't mean someone is copying you. Something is relatable. You know what I mean? You got to give people credit when they're due. I'll give him a shout out. Look what Kuj is doing right now. Kuj started making meals in his kitchen at home. I give him so much credit for what he's doing. You know what I mean? With you partnering up with a lot of people now, it's really awesome to see. It's actually encouraging to see. You know what I mean?
What the power could do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even I'll give him another shout. I'll give him a shout out also. Like Little Mo, look what he's doing. He's just signed. He just partnered up with DraftKings. I commented as soon as I saw that video. I'm like, Mo, good shit, because you want to be happy about success of what people are doing on social media. You can't always expect all the fucking all the compliments and all the oh my God, I need the attention. I need the attention. You got to give credit when credit is due. And I give them a lot of credit. And it just gives us all a lot of hope also.
Here's another side of that. Why people hate. They can't do it. Yeah. So that turns into jealousy. But like you said, credit needs to be done when credit's due, because as much as you guys think you turn on a camera or you're talking on a mic, it's not easy. It's like you have to have that creative mind mentality.
Right.
And you have to always turn anything into something.
Exactly. My strength is when I'm just randomly thinking of back in the day, and I think about the times that we've had, and I'm like, all right, this would be good in a video. Boom. And I make the video. the door guy one that I just did, Palladium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember going there as a teen in a teen gym. That's how long ago this was. Because Palladium closed down in '97, so I think I went in '97, and I just still remember to this day that huge staircase. And you just make a video. That's my strength. My strength is thinking about things from back then and just replaying
Bring it
them
back
to
to
life.
life.
And how relatable it is still to this day. It shocks me in a good way, not in a surprised way. And it's just, I was half sick when I did that video. I was just coming over to come up.
You were doubting that video.
I was doubting it because I didn't feel good. But I was like, I have this idea, and you know how I am. When I get an idea, I got to do it. I'm like, I gotta do it.
Gotta post it.
So
Gotta post it.
Exactly. So I just I think I had a cough. I had to stop. I kept coughing, and I just did it, and it took off.
Well, how funny was it the other day when we were together and the guy noticed you, and then he was complimenting your video, and then he happened to be from Local 3.
Oh my God, that was great.
That was like a banger.
That was good. As soon as he told me he works for Local 3, I lost
walked away. I walked away.
I lost it. I'm like, you work for Local 3? You're on furlough right now? What's going on? You all right? He's like, yeah, I just got laid off. I'm like, oh, let me write it down. Hold on. Let me get it ready for my freaking videos right now.
But that was awesome.
Oh my God.
Another topic I like to bring up is, music in general, how it's changed over the years, right? So obviously, the 50s into 60s into the 70s, right? But our era was the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
What do you think about today's music? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't even know who the top artist today is.
No, right?
It's just I cannot get into it. I there's some songs that I like because my daughter likes it and my son they both like to hear certain songs, and I'll get into it.
Please don't say that she's a Swiftie. I can't
listen.
respect here, but
Listen, my daughter loves Taylor Swift. She does have some good songs, but she annoys the shit out of me. I love Selena Gomez. For some reason, something about Selena Gomez that I could listen to her sing all day long. Taylor Swift, I want to just throw a rock against the wall.
yeah,
And every song, if you watch the videos, because my daughter likes to watch the music videos, she's breaking up with someone in every song. It's like she's fighting over a guy, but she's smart because those are the songs that take off. So it's just she definitely capitalizes on it. But as far as comes to hip hop, I don't even know who the top hip hop artist is today.
me too.
Yeah, you could come and you could say, yo, Young Zoe's freaking the top hip hop. I'm like, oh shit, is he good? You know what I mean? So I don't even know who is a hip hop artist today.
Even the song, like hip hop, I enjoyed sometimes listening to because it was a story.
Right.
Today, get minka.
I know. Listen, we grew up with Biggie, Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Mace, P. Diddy. My God, I could go on and on with the icons that we had.
You can even go even older, Ice Cube, Ice-T,
Huh?
All that generation, Eazy-E.
I know.
At least when they spoke, it was about something.
Exactly. Ice Cube, Ice-T, Pino Aquabida. Holy shit.
The names are fucking a little out of control, but
the two that you pick is Ice Cube
And Ice-T.
and Ice-T.
I got thirsty. I'm sorry. I'm parched right now.
Oh shit. But yeah. So.
But what I was getting at too is as a kid, I was a big fan of MTV and VH1.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you used to watch.
Yeah, I used to work. Actually, one of my jobs that I had, I'm glad you brought that up. I used to work on 666 Fifth Avenue. I used to work for Alitalia. And in the reservations building. This was back in 1998, 97. And we, excuse me. Sorry, I got a little bit, you guys got to deal with this right now. So on break, we would always go to TRL. We always walk
Oh my God.
to Times Square, and we would stand underneath while they were recording an episode. And yeah, we did that all the time.
Like, to me, that was
Yeah.
informal. Like that was
Exactly.
enjoying.
Carson Daly up there in TRL. Yeah, that was awesome.
I used to buy those cassettes back then that either House DJ Music Mix
Yeah.
and then the Hot 97 Volume 1, 2, 3. I think I got
Yes.
up to like 104.
Yeah, I got all the Little Susie, Judy Torres,
Freestyle.
Coro. I got those tapes I used to get at the. My God, there was this place on 18th Avenue. I forgot. I forgot.
Little Records?
It wasn't Little Records. It was somewhere else. But Little Records is still there, actually.
Get out.
Little Records is still there. It's the only thing left on 18th Avenue.
That's how long I haven't been there. I didn't even know they would be around.
Yeah.
You selling records?
It's my God.
HEDs?
HEDs is
Cassette?
yeah. But we used to buy all that stuff. My God. Those are great. Now cars don't even come with a CD player.
USB stick for your phone.
It's insane. It's crazy how times like what's gonna come up next? Like we're just gonna have like music, a chip in our head, and the music is gonna play. We'll fucking push a button.
Elon Musk is working on that.
He's definitely working on something. My God.
But that's the problem. Like you hit a good point. Everything's subscriptions.
Yeah.
You want music in your car? Pay a subscription for your phone. Play it in your car.
Exactly.
You know, how else are you gonna get music now?
Yeah. Exactly. That's a good point.
So now you pay $1,000 a month in between TV and radio.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what was also big back then that isn't as big today during the holidays? I feel like back then there was a lot more company Christmas parties.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if companies do them anymore, or I feel like after COVID, everyone got afraid. I feel like because I used to DJ when I worked for the DJ company, we used to DJ so many Christmas parties, and maybe they are still around, but I feel like that part of the holidays has kind of faded away a little bit.
I mean, I think the reason why I'm upset about it is because it's offensive now. You can't just say it's a Christmas party.
Yeah, I know.
You know, someone was telling me once at a corporation that work out, they sent out a whole email that said, you know, this month is for Hanukkah and all these other holidays, and did not even mention Christmas.
That's unbelievable.
What is going on?
Yeah, that's the far left. I mean, who knows? I don't even want to get into politics right now with that. It's just horrible.
I don't even think it's about politics. I think is it because people like us just don't talk about it enough? Like, you know, that's what
I say Jew or not, I'll say Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? And it's just that's how it is, and it shouldn't really matter. You know, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. You want to say Happy Holidays, whatever you want to say.
the holiday season, respect all.
Exactly.
But Merry Christmas, Sal. I just want to
Merry Christmas. I'll go.
Babu Natal.
So one thing as a kid I remember, when your parents took you out, okay? It's like when your parents said, all right, Sal, we got to go somewhere. No, there was no like saying no. Like, even though we didn't want to go anywhere, we sat there and just did what they wanted to do. We went to their friend's house for them to hang out with their friends, and we were in the corner like this.
Yeah.
Just like while they're smoking 18 packs of cigarettes right around us, and it's just that's how it was for me when I was a kid. I had to follow everywhere
Same.
they went, and
I wasn't allowed to say no. We're going.
Exactly.
And then I had to sit in the corner while everybody played cards and smoked, and I was stuck watching Ride that nobody was watching.
Oh my God.
That was my thing.
How did you learn how to drive a car?
I just I'm gonna admit it for the first time. I just took my mother's car out without knowing.
That's exactly what I did.
Sorry, Ma.
My father had an 87 Buick Regal. My father used to always take the train to work, so he would only touch the car on the weekends. So I lived in Brooklyn, and I used to sneak the car out, pick up my friends, drive them to school, take the car to school. The car would be parked in different spots every day, but he never even noticed it.
What?
One day, I couldn't find the spot. So I had to park it like down the block on a different street. My father goes, and it was a Friday night. I'll never forget this story. It's crazy. My father goes and he can't find the car. And I'm like, he's like, where's the car? I'm like, oh yeah, Dad, what happened was they were trimming all the trees down on this side of the street. So they towed all the cars on the left side.
Oh my God, he fell for it.
He freaking fell for it because I don't think he would have ever imagined that I would have done something like that. I was taking his car out for the longest time. Like it was
never
insane.
scared of.
I don't know. I think about it now.
Now it worries me.
I'm like, I'd be scared. I couldn't believe I did it. And it's a big car. You know, it was
one of those boats.
Exactly. So I couldn't believe I was doing it. I was just picking up my friends, and I was just that's how I learned how to drive. No license. I was like, I don't know, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, I did it a couple of times, but back then it was fun.
Yeah.
Now I was like, what am I, nuts? The chances I took, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you had a Buick. I had a newer car.
Oh my God.
But even the cars, right?
Yeah.
Like the laws back then. I remember my father driving, smoking in the car.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I used to love the smell of a Ugirino, a match being put out. I was so used to that smell.
You know what's funny about that? I'm such a hypocrite. Like when my parents used to smoke in the car all the time, and I'm in the back seat.
Yeah.
So there was a time that I was driving, and I was such a Karen. I saw a woman smoking a cigarette, and her daughter was in the back, and the windows were like
shut,
almost pretty much shut. They were like cracked open. I pull up my window. I'm like, you have a kid in the back? You're smoking like crazy? I'm like, what are you doing? Open the window, aren't you? Or like this woman, like I think I made her cry.
Wait, this is now?
No, this was like maybe a year ago. This happened because it was like I'm looking at this. I'm like, am I seeing this right now? I'm like, there's a little girl. I'm like, wait, my parents did this to me all the time.
We grew up fine.
All the time, exactly. I'm like, holy shit! I can't believe I just.
My father used to put me on his lap. I used to drive with him.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
my you know, it's funny. My daughter and I, my kids, we were watching a Christmas movie. I think it was like a 90s Christmas movie. And the kid was sitting in the front seat. And my daughter's like, why is he sitting in the front seat? I'm like, baby, listen, back then, laws were a lot lenient.
People used to be in the trunk.
Exactly. So.
Another good point back then was, actually I want to rewind when I used to have to follow my parents.
Yeah.
I know they meant well. I'm not going to say nothing wrong. But did they ever give you a spiel before getting to the uncle's house or the aunt's house or somebody's house?
Oh, absolutely.
With the spiel I used to get.
Yeah, you like everything. If you don't like it, you're just going to eat it. You like it. If it doesn't taste good, it. What are you going to do? You're going to eat it. Eat it, shut up. She used to rehearse it. Salad's so good. You're going to say it's good. That's it. Everything was good.
Mine was complete opposite. Se mangia una cosa, un biscotto, un bicchiere d'acqua, Cristiana, I'm sorry to say Italian, I'll translate later. Yeah. And Cristiana sapere che io manco voglio mangiare le mie fighe, t'ammazzo, affumato.
Oh my God.
Every time, like I knew it by memory. It was like, if you take this, and then sometimes, we go to,
yeah.
So you want a cookie? No. And then my father would play that, go ahead, take the cookie. You don't want it? No, Wall. Oh. I'll never forget that.
Oh, wow. My God.
But, yeah, man. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. But Sal and I have a lot of stuff coming up soon. We just want to do a little bit of tease of a holiday thing tonight.
Yes.
And
we are going to start having some special guests. Surprise soon. But like I said, like Frank said, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Sticky Dos Oro, whatever you want.
Sister's ass.
Your sister's ass, whatever. But yeah, and Happy New Year, of course. I really hope everyone's year starts off amazing. Like I was talking about before, everyone support each other in life.
Right.
And a really great happy 2024 to everybody.
Happy 2024. Mangiate pica.